welcome to Daniil Medvedev's press conference. If you could just raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question. I will take the first question in English, please. Yeah.
Hi, Daniil. Flo from Quality Shot. I was just wondering, your game style seems like it suits grass really well. Would you say that you feel more confident going into a tournament on grass, and how would you describe your relationship with the surface?
Yeah, I probably feel more confident, and in a way I feel like my high level is higher on grass than on clay, but then hardcourt stays the surface where I feel the most confident and where I know like I can win whatever happens, etc. But look, I played very good last year in Wimbledon. I played a very good match today, so I'm feeling great. I'm looking forward, and I need to keep going. It's going to be a tough road, and I will try to go all the way.
Hi Daniil, you did play really good last year. What did you learn last year that was going to happen this year?
I think before last year, if I'm not mistaken, I only made fourth round in Wimbledon, and I always felt kind of not bad. But sometimes you get like Hurkacz or someone else, and it's a big serve, and you can lose some tie breaks. Last year I managed to go step by step till the semifinals, and with Carlos I had to do much better. I lost easy, to be honest. So again, I think this for sure gives me confidence for this year, knowing that I can take this step by step, and then against the best players I need to be better, and I'm ready to do it.
Just here.
Last year you went deep into the tournament, and this tournament the courts played really different from the first rounds to the later stages. Which kind of surface do you prefer here?
It's a bit tough to say because I feel like every year is different. Like some years a bit faster, some years a bit slow. What is for sure that the later the tournament goes, a little more bad bounces on the baseline because we step on it with the foot after the serve and stuff like this. So in a way, I think it's a bit tougher to play in the later stages, and at the same time, you get all this like repetitions, confidence in, so you play better. So it's only one time I played in the semis here, so tough for me to say the difference. The only thing I feel is that court one is always very different from center court, which is a bit strange, and I would see center court a bit slower, to be honest, like higher bounce and slower. Maybe I'm wrong. And it was like last year, it was really not easy for me to get used to this change in the semis. But look, I'm joking about it. Before the tournament, I played on center court, and last year I played on court one. So hopefully it gets me the confidence for center court.
Hi Daniil. Service numbers look good today. I just wondered how you're feeling generally about your serve right now, how much you're able to practice it at the moment.
Actually a lot. I think, to be honest, I felt very good in Roland Garros with my serve, which I managed to practice before. On grass, I would want it better, but it's okay. During the tournament, many times I was throughout my career like able to push it up. I think today was good. I guess the percentage was high. I didn't look it up yet. Could be more precise, but it's okay. I'm going into perfection. So I hope to continue improving it during the tournament. I'm feeling good with my shoulder, and that's the most important.
Yeah, it's another serve question, just on underarm serves, which you've used, it's been used on you. Can I just ask you how good a tactic you think it is both to use yourself, but also against someone like you who likes to stand quite far back?
I think, first of all, I have never had anything against it. The only thing I could think about is like sometimes when we trick the underarm serve, so usually, someone would bounce the ball 5 times on the ground, and then when he does the underarm to trick you, he does it straight away. It's a bit debatable if whether or not it should be considered as, no, you bounce it 5 times like you do always, and then you do the underarm. This is a little bit of a different question. Again, yeah, I used it sometimes myself. I think it's a fair tactic. I do think it's a tactic that has its limits, and that's why no one is using it too much, to surprise 1, 2 times, yes. If you do it the 3rd time, it's going to be, I feel like, tough for you to win the point. Yeah, same. I mean, on grass, When you can hit a first serve ace, I prefer to go for the ace, but then you never know. Maybe one time I'm gonna do it, sneak one in there, and yeah, not much more to it.
What are your thoughts on the matches at majors being 5 sets as opposed to everywhere else where they're 3?
Look, I always said that I completely like understand it, and I think it's very spectacular and good. If you ask me, I would prefer 3 sets. That's just my personal opinion, you know, and it doesn't. I don't even have a valid explanation for this. Just how I want it. But what is true that it makes it much more intense mentally, physically. Again, like Australian Open I did this year was pretty special memories because of the 5 sets I won. So yeah.
When you said, just one follow-up, you said you don't know if you have a valid reason. What are your reasons?
I think 5 sets is much tougher for the body, so can get more injuries. From what I hear from many people on TV, okay, if you have a crazy 5-setter that goes 5 hours, it's great and it stays in the history. But if it's like a little bit up and down 4-setter that goes for 3 hours 30, I think many people like stop watching it from time to time and they go in and out. In general, yeah, I think for the TV is not easy, like not knowing when the match exactly is going to be because of the previous matches. It's the same for the players. So all like these small details, I would be like, okay, with 3 sets. And at the same time, who knows, maybe we would have a different record holders if it was out of 3. And that makes it also beautiful at the same time. So I'm like somewhere in the middle, but a little bit leaning towards 3 sets.
Matt?
Hey Daniil, what specifically have you worked on in order to get yourself more comfortable and more effective on grass? In particular, shots or footwork? Everyone always talks about the movement, but that seems sort of obvious. You have to move well everywhere.
For me, it's a lot about repetition. Like when I come on grass first week, I would always my forehand, I would, especially with my big swing, I would hit it too late, many times in the net and not a good rhythm. It's so different from clay. And again, I see it on practice. Some players, I see them coming, you know, from good result in Roland Garros and like Aleksandar and win Hertogenbosch. I feel like I cannot do this. I need time to adapt. And that's why I feel like usually my best game on grass was coming like either Wimbledon or the week before. And I was working a lot on everything, movement, different muscles work, so a lot of physical work to like low back, glutes, so that they don't get too sore. Otherwise, low back can get injured. A lot of serve for sure. And again, a lot of repetition of just hitting the ball and trying to find the rhythm.
Last English question.
Actually, just a random one from me. A couple of days ago, Carlos was in here and he was asked whether to kind of get the feelings back on grass, whether he watches YouTube videos of great grass court players, and he said, yeah, I do, and I also watch videos of myself at my peak to kind of remind myself how that goes. Is that something tennis players do? Would you ever watch a video of like your best matches to kind of remind yourself?
I do sometimes. It's like I'm always someone who's like sometimes I do things, sometimes I don't. So couple of times when I won big tournaments, even I remember during the US Open, which I won, I would, after the match, good match, I would come in the room and not rewatch the full match, but watch the highlights of this match to remember the good shots I made. And then some of the tournaments I won and I didn't do it. So it's the same on grass, actually, for whatever reason. I'm much more focused on myself on the court rather like than watching myself on videos, etc. On clay this year, I actually tried it to watch the Rome of last year to see what I did exactly to win this tournament, where I was good, where my game was good. Did it help me? I don't know. The results were not the same. But yeah, as I say, you know, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's just the way I feel at the moment and if I have free time.
Other people?
Sometimes like same. If I'm gonna come home, no, it's gonna be football, so probably we'll watch football. But like if I come home, I may have a laptop on tennis and TV on football, or if there is no football, a TV on tennis. But like not on purpose, but if it's there, a good match especially, why not?
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.